So I started with my Facebook ads. I did a lot of retargeting. So my background with Honest Office, I did quite a bit of marketing, digital marketing, not a ton, but as far as retargeting, that was kind of my specialty. So I did some display ads. I would retarget anybody that comes to our site. What I learned later was I was overly retargeting and hurting my score, but especially on Facebook. Learned
Interesting.
my lesson. But I was driving cold Facebook ads, and this is also 2 years ago. It's a little easier to do than it is today, but it definitely still works today because we see it working. But that was really the core of what we were doing. We were doing retargeting ads and Facebook ads. So yeah, I drove a decent amount of traffic to our homepage, just straight to the homepage. And it worked pretty well, but I learned afterwards that I missed out on basically a lot of leads that came to our site and just left because we didn't have a lead magnet. And that's when we learned, all right, we need some more. We need a better strategy here. And
Yeah.
I realized right away I can do digital marketing, but that's not my strength. And I think that's
cool.
the point where I reached out to you.
Cool. Yeah. So, yeah, I mean, like running just cold Facebook ads to the homepage, there's always going to be a percentage of people who have the pain right now, ready to sign up now. And maybe 10%, like that would be like really great if 10% convert. But then there's that 90% who maybe they're mildly interested. They're kind of in your target market, but they don't have the need today. Give them a chance to get into your orbit, get into your email list somehow with something else other than buy my product or sign up for a trial.
Most definitely. And I look at all the metrics today and I'm like, what was I thinking?
Right.
You have all this traffic that they've just learned. It's basically like going to the mall and then bringing the person right over to the cash register.
Mm-hmm.
Like, let them shop around first. Let them learn about your brand. So I had met you, and I had already started to do a little bit of blogging, and I knew I wanted to go down the content road. And when I say content, I'm mainly focusing on blog articles.
Mm-hmm. I forgot. Did you do
vid-
any like blog content before we started?
Yeah, I did about a dozen articles, but what was happening was they were completely sporadic. Like we had no strategy. I had good ideas of what to write about, but then my weakness is writing. Like I'm a math guy, I'm a numbers guy, a general business guy. I'm not a writer. And I know that, and I'm not afraid to admit it. That's one of my weaknesses.
Mm-hmm.
So I knew, all right, this isn't working what we're doing. It's better than nothing having content out there, but it needs to be more consistent. Mm-hmm. And I didn't even realize all the other stuff I was missing that goes along with just writing these blog articles. You can't just kind of put them out there and then expect people to just show up.
Right.
And that's what we were doing.
What was it that led you to say like, okay, content looks actually promising, that like I'm ready to kind of like double down on it or to really build a system around it and get it going rather than just stick with like Facebook ads?
Definitely. I'm a true believer in, I do this to help other businesses. 100%. The best part of my job is when I get to talk to other entrepreneurs all day. Mm-hmm. Those days are awesome. I'm exhausted at the end, but they are a lot of fun. So my whole thing is, all right, how can we better help those people? Like, I can't do live calls all day, every day. It's not going to work. How do we help them? So let's build some stuff on our site, write some articles, make some guides that will help them grow their business. And if we can help them grow their business, then it helps our brand. So it makes us look better. And then ultimately more people will use the software. If you help other people, people are going to help us in return. Yep. And that's been our strategy from day one, is do the right thing. It puts the brand out there. People get excited about it, more brand recognition, and then they talk to other people about it. I mean, that's my view. So we're doubling down a little bit on content. I want to do more videos. We're doing more guest blog posts. But I've learned a lot. One of the things I was really hesitant about with you guys is are you going to be able to write technical articles? Mm-hmm. Which, when I say technical, I mean, are you going to use the customer's wording? Mm-hmm. And you nailed it. You absolutely nailed it. So I said, all right, let's double down. We're going to start to do more guest blog posts.
Yeah, I think we've done a bunch of guest articles. Yeah.
I have a big, long list of them lined up.
That's great. Yeah, and those are so effective too. I mean, I need to do more of them now, but I did those myself for years, like around like 2012 to 2014. I did a lot of guest articles on a lot of different sites, and it's had such an impact. Just just trap like actual readers of those and like clicking through, but of course the SEO benefits as well, getting those links coming back.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so important. But yeah, I mean, like about voice, we hear that again, and it's one of the more difficult things to get right. But I think it's when we work together with clients and like get your input, especially early on, to give us notes on specific terminology and voice and things to avoid, and we keep a log of those notes so that we can try to stay accurate.
I think I was pretty cautious about it at the beginning. That was one of I was skeptic about it, So I wanted to make sure that I focused on or getting you good info right away about the target market.
Yeah.
Here's the voice that they use. It has helped. Yeah, it definitely, I think being very detailed at the beginning helped a lot to get us off to a smooth start.